Hi everybody, hi, namaste, welcome back. This is video 3 and thank you all of you guys who have commented and also are back by popular demand. So yeah, I've had questions where I've been because I am a week late from making my third video. Last week here in the UK it was half term, so kind of had a good time, got some sunshine, and yeah, generally just doing a bit of self-healing. So yeah, definitely recommend that everybody takes a little bit of time out to do that and just recharge a little bit. But yeah, so today I wanted to basically just talk about not even really just give you my opinion, I suppose, on gender neutral toilets in schools. That's a topic that I have been asked about, and the first thing that I really want to say about this is just one word: safeguarding. That's something that should be at the forefront of the schools, the heads, the board, the governors, mind at all times. And safeguarding is basically, it's about preventing things rather than correcting. So really, I think things should be thought about. All the complications, implications, and so on and so forth should be thought about before implementing changes like gender neutral toilets in schools. Now, I mean, I think probably people might be wondering why it's such an issue and why, we should be concerned about it. And, I suppose, we don't really question a lot of these things, especially when it comes to schools. We pretty much just trust their decision that, they've got the children's best interests at heart. And yeah, there's a massive team that goes in, to hold the schools and the council, if they are council funded schools, to account on so many different levels. So obviously, this is one thing that, parents and the general, parents, the teaching staff at school will all be kind of consulted on whether gender neutral toilets should be implemented in the schools. Now, there have been some piloted in the UK. I think there was one, it'll come to me, but there was an incident at that one particular school, and I will come back to that. But, there's many, reasons for concern. For example, in primary schools, the children are very young, and they kind of go into primary school at age 5 and leave generally around age 10, 11. So it seems like they're quite young and don't have any issues around sharing bathrooms with different genders, because what they're used to at home is sharing a bathroom, toilet, changing facilities with different members of the family who are obviously different genders. Now, the concern, I suppose, is when you are then no longer at home and sharing these spaces with members of your family. They are actually strangers, and you only know them for the time that you are in their company at school and so on, and you've not really built that much of a bond, safe bond with those people. So how safe do you feel using the bathroom with those? And I've heard of incidents where some children are actually not using the bathrooms or not drinking enough water so that they don't have to go to the bathrooms during school time if they are in a situation where they have to use mixed facilities. So again, the other sort of argument would be that sometimes parents, when they take their children out, they, you know, a father-daughter situation or a mother-son situation where, you know, the child would need to use the toilets, but you know, they cannot go on their own. Therefore, the parent will take them into the toilet that they will be allowed to go in. So a father will take their daughter into a men's toilets, and the mother may take the son into the ladies' toilets. Now, generally, other adults don't really mind that because they know it's a child, but that child, it's about the child's feelings and how the child feels. And if the child does not feel safe, then they will probably express that to their parents and say that, no, I don't want to go to that toilet, and the parents will find some other suitable alternative. Alternatively, if they do feel safe, it is probably because they are with their parent, they're with their caregiver, and so they know that they will be okay in that situation. So yeah, it's kind of a few different things to consider there, as to why, you know, people might think it's not such a big deal, because these things do actually happen. But if you think about it properly, carefully, you'll see that they're not quite the same thing. Now, with children of primary school age using mixed toilets, I mean, since, I don't even know, the 1850s, I think, women have been fighting for you know, their rights and their safe spaces and things like that. And so, you know, toilets basically, so of their own, so gender assigned toilets. And this is because they need a place where there's privacy, and, you know, children also need privacy. So, you know, especially when, you know, we're reaching towards the end of the school age, so sort of like 10, 11 years old, sometimes maybe even 9 years old. You know, we have young girls who are, you know, going through hormonal changes. They are becoming young ladies, and, you know, they're starting to have changes in their bodies physically, and starting their periods and things. And, you know, it's you know, it's something that does make it, because not all girls are developing at the same rate. So a girl may have, you know, got their first period or have started their period, but their friends may not have yet. You know, they may be sort of in the next year, the year after, once they've started secondary school. I mean, it could be sort of like the age 13, 14. So, you know, it varies for every child. But when, you know, when a girl is sort of like navigating through those changes, she becomes very self-conscious and will probably more than likely want to have privacy, to you know, to do what they need to do. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I don't think that's necessary. But also with young boys as well. I mean, in the boys' toilets you have urinals, and, you know, they are you know, quite used to using urinals and quite happy as far as we know. So no need to change anything there. However, I'm pretty sure a young boy would not want a young girl walking in on them when they're using a urinal, and likewise, I don't think a young girl would actually want to walk in, you know, would feel very uncomfortable walking in on a young boy having, using a urinal. Again, privacy, and, you know, just general feelings of discomfort. Anyways, the name of the school has completely escaped my mind. I cannot. Oh, sorry. It was in Coventry. Yeah, I can't think of the name of the school. But what happened there? It was actually a secondary school, and the mixed toilets had been introduced, and the boys had basically, you know, just being boys, mucking about. They went, you know, they broke the locks on all the toilet doors, and so actually it made it quite difficult for the girls to go toilet, because the girls then you know, in order to comfortably use the facilities, they had to put a hand up against the door to keep it shut. Now, leaning forward and so on is it's not easy, but unfortunately, this particular time, a girl had been trying to use the bathroom toilet, and a young boy, came into the toilets with his mobile phone, donkey kicked, so that's with the back of their foot, donkey kicked the door open, which caused injuries to the girl. So she ended up with injury to her head where the door had hit her, and bruising as well on her arm. So and then the boy started to take pictures and things like that, so actually, you know, committed crimes on various crimes there, but you know, as a child, probably was unaware that they were committing crimes, because you know, they've been led into that situation almost, in a way. Had there not have been gender neutral toilets, he probably would not have been in there. And you know, kids are curious, especially with all these you know, sex education in schools happening earlier and earlier. You know, they are sort of opportunists, and you know, trying to do their own research in their own way, I guess. But you know, it's terrible. It's a terrible thing, you know, for both to go through, both the boy and the girl. And you know, how would you deal with this? How do you deal with this sort of incident in schools? What is the consequence? What is the outcome? You know, and like I said, this all should come under safeguarding and should be preventative, not corrective. So, you know, again, please let me know what your thoughts are. Send me your comments. I did have some great comments again to my video number 2 on transgenderism, and yeah, I'd like to go through those comments actually, so I might just do a quick video just reading through the comments. But yeah, please do like, share, subscribe, and definitely comment, because I love your comments on whatever platform. All the best, take care, love you loads, bye.